WorldNetDaily, who we have kind of a long-running feud with, is running a hilarious story that says it's Barack Obama who personally ordered those full-body scanners at airports. You know, the ones that we have at our local airport here, Lewis, now.
Right.
That they can see through a layer of clothing and they can see the outline of genitals, which Lewis is very concerned about.
Oh, please. Actually, I've never even been through them yet.
Not yet, no, but you will soon, obviously. And WorldNetDaily, we have kind of a history with them. We interviewed Kathleen Willey, the one who claimed Bill Clinton forced her to touch his penis. You remember her.
Right.
And the day after the interview, WorldNetDaily ran a piece saying, crazy leftist David Pakman Show, we were called Midweek Politics at the time, criticizes Kathleen Willey. I don't know what it was. Honestly, it gave us at the time more web traffic than we had ever had. We also talked to Joseph Farah on the show a couple of years ago, who's the founder and president of WorldNetDaily. The latest story is the nude body scanners. Obama personally did it, and the story just goes on and on and on about conversations that took place. And now that TSA is doing incredibly invasive personal searches, so on and so forth. This is a conversation we can have, right? Whether the current policies are correct or not. Number one, do you really think Barack Obama personally wants testicle touching by the TSA? I mean, is that the story is Obama personally wants people's testicles fondled? What kind of a story is that? Does that ring as... This is like this WorldNetDaily story to me is like the scene in... what is the movie... Is it The War Room? What's the movie where Bill Clinton's campaign and is followed with George Stephanopolous and James Carville?
War Room.
It's The War Room. That's right. This is like towards the end when George Stephanopolous gets a call from, I don't know who it was. It was Perot's people, or I don't know, even remember who it was, saying, we're thinking about running a story that Bill Clinton has a black child out of wedlock. And George Stephanopolous very astutely says, listen, we've checked into this. It's not true. If you really want to put your journalistic credibility at risk, go with the story, but you will never work in Washington again. And the story didn't run. This was like on the eve of Bill Clinton's election. This WorldNetDaily story strikes me of the same ilk, does it not? Obama is a pervert. He personally wants testicles being touched at airports.
When it's phrased that way.
I mean, look at the story, Lewis. This is the way that this is being put together is that this is it's voyeurism, and the Obama administration and Obama personally want this incredibly intense feeling of people's bodies and seeing through to being able to see breasts and genitals. It's just a bogus story. It's like calling up and saying, we might run a story about Bill Clinton has a black kid. What the hell? We're going to lose. Let's just run a story about Bill Clinton having a black kid. The thing that's different is in 1992, there apparently was even a shred of journalistic credibility. And now the story is just going out. That seems to be the difference to me, is it not? Certainly the guidelines, the barometer for what you can publish have changed.
Over the past few years, yes.
In the last 18 years since Bill Clinton was elected in 1992.
I guess so.
It's a completely different environment. WorldNetDaily obviously didn't exist then. The David Pakman Show is made possible by listeners like you and by Greenfield Savings Bank, building a strong community one account at a time, with neighborhood offices in Greenfield, Amherst, Conway, Shelburne Falls, South Deerfield, and Turners Falls, and online at greenfieldsavings.com. By the Daily Hampshire Gazette and GazetteNet.com, connecting our communities with local news and information. By DIF Design, specializing in custom business websites at DIFdesign.com. Find out more about underwriting The David Pakman Show at davidpakman.com.